the other thing that we've talked about in sort of your coming into London to do podcasting with me from Shropshire now, is building a remote team. And we had the plan to do that out of the gates, pre-pandemic. So for us, the pandemic didn't have any impact really on the team structure, but it also allows us to look at diverse backgrounds more easily. Again, if you're coming from reinsurance and you're building a company in London, it's a pretty small category of talent you're going to be recruiting from. And by going remote, not only does it provide us with a huge access to greater expertise and insight from other world, but it gives us this additional diversity of thinking and backgrounds and everything else. So it's something that we've really benefited from. I think more so than we initially set out. Like, I think we've really leaned into that, and I think our firm is in a really good position because of that. So it's becoming more commonplace now anyway. Yeah,
and I think it gives us a lot of resiliency. It's funny, so the hats that you wear when you're a startup founder are many. So in my early days, a big piece of what I did was all of the information security, business continuity, disaster recovery, all that sort of thing. And one of the very practical examples of resiliency that we have as a firm is there's no single event really or thing that can affect everybody simultaneously. Pandemic maybe being a bit of an exception, but the team is so spread out. We've got people on pretty much every continent where we just handpicked the perfect person for the job wherever they are in the world. That you're never going to find that. Oh, half the team is gone, or nobody can get to work today because of a storm or a flood or whatever it might be, because everybody's contributing from their location and everybody's bringing, the stories, the culture, the ideas that come from their unique individual backgrounds, which I think has made Supercede such an exciting and rich place to work. Mm-hmm. We use Slack, like a lot of startups do, to exchange ideas, and we have a random channel where people share, stuff that's going on in their lives and the things that you learn about the world from seeing, what somebody in South America is posting versus somebody in Siberia versus in Canada. Even just the changes in the weather, where you get some people being like, we had a guy in Aruba, a Dutch guy in Aruba for a while at the same time as having somebody in Canada, etc. And they're like, well, it's minus 25 here. And then the other guy's like, well, it's 40 degrees here. So yeah, it's quite entertaining.